Sorry about that, y'all. I was looking at a text that I just got from Fa, which I'm gonna have to add to the damn list. But happy Friday evening, night. I'm on the couch, so I don't have the sound machine. I am on the couch. I know. But I is tired. But I is here, okay? Because there's so much to talk about with this case, this death, this whatever you want to call it. Every day it's something more. It's something more. I can't even get to anything else because it's always something different. So shout out to everybody that is here. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Y'all, I have the opportunity not only to look into the Joe Budden part of it, but because I was looking at so many other people's live streams today. Shout out to Legend. Let me pin that. Y'all make sure you subscribe to Rumble, please, and thank you. I appreciate y'all. So I got a chance to see the Joe Budden thing, but through another content creator. So we're going to look at that. And then I find that Ashlee's friends are none too happy with y'all talking about her, okay? So now they have entered the chat. It's too much. It's too much. They said, don't talk about my relatives.
I don't care. All I care about is my relatives. Let me drive this home. All I care about is a nigga disrespecting my relative, nigga. That's all I care about, boy. That's all I care about.
Yeah, and that's what they out here saying too. So I have a couple of videos from hold on a second. This poor baby is going through it. Let me see if I can bring this article up. I cannot show this video that File just sent to me. I cannot. And it is you got to be careful over here on X. All right. We're gonna have to do Crime is Down, which you already know because the crime never ends. But let me go ahead and get into it because I'm not gonna be here all night. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Shout out to y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. We're gonna get into this Ashlee stuff in a minute. But Fa just sent this to me, and I only have one screen, so bear with me. And he's a little upset, and I probably can see why. So viewer discretion is advised, y'all.
6:02, we're learning more about the 15-year-old boy who was killed last night at a park in Queens.
The shooting happened on a basketball court during a large fight. Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate is live in St. Albans, Queens with more. And Phil, it feels like we're hearing too many of these kinds of reports. Hey.
Shirley, too many of these reports that just keep happening over and over again. Cops
Over
have
and over
identified
again.
the 15-year-old victim as Jaden Pierre.
Wait a minute. You mean the news is finally acknowledging that they're hearing something over and over again? What? Oh my goodness. Hell has frozen over.
With more. And Phil, it feels like we're hearing too many of these kinds of reports.
Shirley, too many of these reports that just keep happening over and over again. Cops have identified that 15-year-old victim as Jaden Pierre. Jaden had his whole life ahead of him, but this was cut short at Roy Wilkins Park yesterday evening. As for the shooter, that person is still at large, and cops say that the person who pulled the trigger is seen on video running away from the scene. Let's get...
No, I know you effing lying. Where does that ever happen? Where does this ever happen? This is just an anomaly.
Straight to some picture right now from yesterday at the scene. Cops say a large fight broke out around 6:15 last night with several kids on the court attacking that 15-year-old before a single shot was fired, striking the victim's upper chest. Pierre was taken to a local hospital but could not be saved. As young people scattered, playtime at the park came to a halt and detectives were left gathering evidence all night long from the court and playground. Longtime community advocate for peace, Erica Ford, reeling from this tragedy.
Advocate for peace, y'all. You know how well the Advocates for Peace works, right? You have all of these stop the violence persons that come out there and they come up with all the programs, because all these programs, you know, another program because we need money for the program. Because then we're going to start some programs and then the kids can have a program to go to while they have a curfew, while they're doing teen takeovers, but curfew, but never mention the parents. As long as they got a program going on and you got these non-violence seeker people, whatever they call counselors or whatever, out here trying to make sure, then that's all that matters, right? Because I'm going to go out on a limb. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go out on a limb, but allegedly, even though I know, but allegedly, I'm going to say that these people are probably of the colored community. Allegedly, but probably.
Tragedy. It is normally pretty safe, but somebody is bringing guns.
Oh, no. Not me right again, child.
Normally pretty safe, but somebody is bringing guns into our community and putting them in the hands of our children. Help build programming so these young people.
So the problem is that there's somebody that's bringing weapons into the community. In case y'all missed that, the problem is that there's someone bringing weapons into the community, y'all.
Longtime community advocate for peace, Erica Ford, reeling from this tragedy. It is normally pretty safe, but somebody is bringing guns into our community and putting them in the hands of our children.
And putting them in the hands of your children? Who do we think that is? Let's see. Why don't we take a moment? I got to figure out a way to do it like Orlando Minor does it. Let's go to Orlando Minor University. I got to figure out a thing for me. But anyway, shout out to Orlando. Now, who do we think is in the community or providing the weapons in the community to these kids? Who? Now, who could it be? Could it be Donald Trump? I need a buzzer. Could it be Anton? Shout out to Anton. Could it be Charlie Brown? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe. I'm on my fourth guess here. I'm a fourth guess. Maybe it's other colors. Oh, no, that can't be it. Or could it be it? Could it be? Shout out to you, Kofa. Shout out to all of y'all. Hey, Fa. We're in the middle of the story you just sent me. We're trying to figure out what's going on down here in New York. There's another gremlin activity happening, and the kid has been taken on up out of here at a basketball game. And the violence advocate woman, mind you, it's a woman who's going to deter the violence, Don't miss that part. She said there's somebody bringing guns into the community and putting them in the hands of these kids. And we're just trying to vet and figure out who that might be. I'm thinking probably some GANG members. And they're probably of the colored community, allegedly. And for some reason, I could be wrong, but I just think maybe some reason they don't give a shit about y'all's kids. And let me see, for the most part, allegedly, this is just my opinion, not y'all, you know what I'm saying, don't give a shit about your kids. So they're just out here, like leaves in the wind, waiting for something to do. And then you got the violence advocate or non-violence advocate lady here. I'm sure she can handle all these kids in that neighborhood. And how does this happen? Now, let me take it a step further, then I'll let this video finish playing. While are over here focused on Donald Trump because your alleged pro-black and a black leaders say the problem is that there's a racism from Donald Trump is why black people can't get anywhere and everything is Donald Trump's fault. And child, I know this only started last year when Trump got into office. Working on a year and a half. I know damn well that this just started a year and a half ago, and this is all Donald Trump's fault, and all white people as well. It might as well be Joe McCann's fault as well. Could not possibly be people in said community. I know because of slavery, white supremacy, discrimination. I know. However, this probably, even though this incident happened tonight or last night or whenever it happened, I feel like there's other incidences. And lest we not forget, crime is down. Crime is down. This lady even said that it's usually no problems in this neighborhood. Well, child, as long as it's not usually anything happening, then I guess that's all you can ask for. But I just got a feeling that it's probably a wash, rinse, repeat situation, and people will talk. And like Kennard said, they'll do a balloon release. And this is not me making light or making fun of, but my stance on this is that you people, and I said you people, continue to try to act like you don't know what the GD problem is. And you allow this shit to continue to take over your damn neighborhoods. You allow it to fester and continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Nobody wants to tell on anyone. No one wants to monitor their kids. No one wants to parent their children. No one wants to have a relationship and get married so that you can have mother and father in the home, combine income so that you can get out of places that are like this. I know people will just say it's the CIA, it's the FBI, it's the ABCDEFGs that make these places just like this. You have people like Brandon Johnson who try to say that it's because Black people have been downtrodden because of white supremacy, discrimination, and racism, and he won his reparations even though he ain't giving y'all no reparations, while he fights for illegals and takes all the money that could possibly help you, and uses it on them, and then makes y'all pay him back for what he used for those said people. Y'all out here talking about you can't live, you can't eat, you can't, everything is high, things is high, you can't afford the eggs, can't afford the milk. It's everybody else's fault. You don't want no kings, but then you're asking the king to feed you and clothe you. And over in New York, you're asking the same damn thing. And in Baltimore, it's the same damn thing. But Rolly in the crew says that you should be worried about Donald Trump. So, child, keep worrying about that nigga.
This tragedy.
It is normally pretty safe, but somebody is bringing guns into our community and putting them in the hands of our children. Help build programming so these young people can have something to do after school.
Something to do after school is going to resolve all this. Hand claps, y'all, hand claps.
And there are so many efforts just trying to make sure that these incidents don't happen. The motive behind this fatal shooting is still unclear, but we're told this may be gang-related. Anyone who...
Oh, hell no. I know you effing lying. Is that another feather in my effing hat? Fa just sent me this story. I didn't have no time to look at this. You mean to tell me that there may be some G8 and G's in the neighbor damn hood? Lord. Maybe I should start doing tarot readings, but without cards. I could just predict the damn future. Y'all want me to do some readings for y'all? I'll let y'all know what's up, because clearly I'll be knowing, right? This is so hard to understand, child.
Has any information that could help with this investigation, you are urged to give cops a call right away. We are live in St. Albans.
You think that they're going to go and help the oppressors, Mr. Reporter Man? You mean to tell me, Mr. Black Black Reporter, you think that the community is going to help the oppressor? Okay. All right. Well, good luck with that, sir. I mean, but thanks for the news program, okay? Shout out to this man. Anyway, I don't know what's going to... Listen, I'm not making light of this at all. And I know that there's concerns with people, especially when you have to be near this or you got family members that might be in the midst of stuff like this, right? But if anybody can ever be honest about what the real problems are, instead of listening to MFers that don't give one damn about you, that continues to lead you down a road that ain't doing you no good, that ain't changing your damn life and have you unfucking focused, I don't know what the hell else anyone could possibly say, let alone me. You all, not y'all, you all want to listen to mess that makes you feel good, and it takes strength to be able to face the freaking facts. And too many people in the damn community do not want to face the facts that there is a problem that has nothing to do with Anton, has nothing to do with Trump, and it has nothing to do with racism. It has to do with a way of life that no one wants to change because it takes work, it takes hard work, and it means that you would actually have to do something besides sit there, whine and complain and be on the fucking internet and think that that's all you have to do in life. Okay? Now, if those people want to live that way, live that way. If that's what you like, that's cool. I don't give a damn one way or the other. Keep that shit over there with y'all. Don't bring that shit over here where none of the rest of us are, because ain't nobody got time for that. Shout out to the community. Anyway, shout out to Reaper. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. He said most of the women Joe has dated were colorists. So we gonna get into it. We shall see. We shall see. Thank you, Boo. Shout out to Dre. I see you, Boo. He said Messi for press secretary 2028. I'll take it. I do it. I have a fee in mind. A salary in mind for it too. And how many days I need to be off because I got to go on vacation. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate you. Shout out to Dre with another 5. With 5, he said these fools can't read. Something to do after school. How about homework? Do these people even have homework, honestly? Do these people even do anything other than be on some sort of a tablet or something? I'm telling you, when my last kid was in school, it was an iPad that the school supplied. So I don't even know what they have now. And it was barely any homework. And it was just very lackadaisical, which was before C19 too. So I don't even, know what it looks like now. But these people be outraged because somebody wants to get rid of the Department of Education. Your kids as dumb as a box of fucking rocks. Y'all don't want to do anything to help them along. You think it's the school's responsibility for everything that they learn. Then you treat those people like shit. They get paid nothing. Your kids are animals. You cut for your kids over your damn teachers. Who the hell would want to make sure that you get your spawn get a good education? You don't even recognize that you need to work with your damn kids as teachers. Y'all don't want to do anything for your kids from the beginning. Like I said, as long as they breathe and they think they're doing a great job. Everyone is worried about self. Nobody gives a damn. How many times do I say this? Nobody gives a damn about these kids. So again, I don't understand why they think we're supposed to give a damn when y'all don't give a damn. All right. So rest in peace to this young man. Same shit, different day. And don't forget, crime is down. And I'm pretty sure that this is top of Ma'am Danby's, if he's a part of this list of things that he needs to do. Moving on, child. Moving on. Or Holcho, actually. Or Holcho. Because, child, all they worrying about is trying to get somebody's damn money. Moving on to Ashlee. Let me go over what's going on over here with the Tanzania Times. Okay, this came out earlier today. Today's 17th, right? Yes. So this is from the 17th. Ashlee Robinson fundraiser generates USD 58,000, surpassing the target. Her body to be airlifted from Zanzibar. So shout out to y'all for making that happen. I gave you the information so that you could go ahead and donate to the GoFundMe. They're going to need more money, according to some of the people that I have been listening to. I'm sure they will get more. So shout out to them, and hopefully they can get her home or get an autopsy done or whatever the heck it is that they want to do. Right. All right. So there she is with the giraffe. All right. You go, girl. The fundraiser campaign to generate money for airlifting the body of the New Jersey online influencer Ashlee Jana from Zanzibar back to the U.S. has been successful, surpassing the set target of USD 50,000 by over USD 8,000. The family of the late Ashlee Robinson, also known as Ashlee Jana, who died under mysterious circumstances while holidaying in Zanzibar, launched the fundraiser to generate money for her airlifting from the Tanzanian island back to the U.S. While the target was they made more money. Ashlee, known by her social media name of Ashlee, had traveled to Africa to celebrate her 31st birthday, which she did at the Serval Wildlife Lodge, located at the base of Mount Kilimanjaro in northern Tanzania. While in Kilimanjaro, Ashlee got engaged to her fiancé, Joe McCann, during what should have been a joyful and memorable trip. Now, tomorrow, I already have the live stream set for 10:30 a.m. because we're definitely covering off on Jason Black, who is holding a clinic right now, talking about Ashlee Robinson and Jada Pinkett Smith. Shout out to the business. The police in Zanzibar released a report claiming the social media influencer committed self-deletion in her hotel room, but friends, relatives, and Ashlee's more than 200,000 followers refused to accept the story. Well, shit, as long as the followers don't accept it, then that means y'all got to keep going. Shortly after Ashlee's death, her boyfriend, Joe McCann, that's her fiance, okay, her fiance, excuse me, a U.S. cryptocurrency mogul, was arrested in connection with the incident and had been interviewed by the cops in Zanzibar. As the investigation unfolds, the parents Harry and Yolanda Robinson, which is completely wrong because they are not together, realized that they were facing a new challenge, which was how to meet the high cost of transporting their daughter's body back to the U.S. To help cover arrangements and other unexpected expenses, they launched the GoFundMe, and we know it made $58,000 as of when this was printed. With such a positive response, the Robinson family expressed their gratitude to everyone who has contributed. So shout out to y'all again. Their words were, "We are deeply grateful for the outpouring of love, prayers, and support shown to our family during this incredibly difficult time." The family wrote in the caption of their IG post promoting the GoFundMe, "Your support means more to us than words can express." So again, shout out to all of y'all that donated. They've made their goal, and hopefully they'll get Ashlee home safely. Now, they're saying that the body was airlifted, but I don't know that that's necessarily true. Maybe that's the plan, but I just don't think that's what they did. Now, the autopsy was done, but they didn't release it. I don't know why. Maybe they will tomorrow. We shall see, hopefully. All right? So that's the background and up to date all at the same damn time. All right? So I was actually watching Yam Stacy, however you say his name, and he did this great video on some updates. It's titled "Joe Budden Defends Influencer Ashlee Janae as Slander Gets Worse Online." Now, I really don't think that some people understand or know what slander is. Like, I just posted the short that we heard Claudia Jordan say, that just because someone dies doesn't mean that we aren't supposed to talk about them or that they're a saint. She, of course, was talking about Kevin Samuels, and I'm sure she has a different opinion now because it's a black woman. Because for some reason, every time something happens, it happens to be a black woman, everything's supposed to stop, and people are supposed to change how they normally do things. All right, we'll get into more of that tomorrow. Anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and watch his video, or we're going to watch his video because, like I said, he has a lot of good information in here, in addition to the portion of where Joe Budden says that he personally knew Ashlee. She actually seems to have known a lot of famous people, y'all. Now, don't forget, we just recently did a stream where some of the stars did not appreciate the fact that I was asking a question. I take it on the chin. Is she an escort? Or was she doing sugar baby things? Because if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it must be a duck. Allegedly. But let's go ahead and hear what he has to say. And yes, I am going to speed it up.
It's tough, especially when you know that it is untrue. A lot of people have an agenda on the internet. And I know what it looks like with this white guy and this young black girl. She loved black men. She just also loved she loved men, yo.
Oh, man. So, Joe Budden.
I don't know how that sounds. She loved black men. She loved white men. She loved all men. Joe, I don't know if that came across the way that you wanted to come across, but I'll leave that there. Go ahead.
I stepped into the ring to defend his homegirl, influencer Ashlee Janae, who passed away recently, because the slander online is getting crazier by the day. Now, what happens online, I told y'all before, when these situations go down, especially something so polarizing like an interracial couple. Black men and women who take shots at each other, especially ones who frequent the red pill or the divestor communities. They go to war. We can go through these things, and I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you the truth about how I feel about some shit. But I have no agenda though, man. I want black women and black men to get along. But before we get to that, the dad has been on top of shit.
I ain't got no agenda either before he gets into it. And shout out to Stacy for acknowledging the dad. Let me rewind it a little bit. I ain't got no agenda either. It's freaking content. It's what's going on. And like I said previously, you can't be out here being a social media influencer and then when something happens, be mad that people are influencing, okay? You're not going to be out here talking about whatever it is that you want to talk about and not showing, the real, and posting this fake life, and y'all just all encompassed in this fake life. And then you find out what the real deal is. It doesn't work that way. If you want your life to be out here, then let's bring your life out here, especially when your life is out here. Y'all just chose not to look because y'all never want to look at anything. You just take things that make you feel good, which is how you ended up now mad at Nicki Minaj. But I digress. Anyway, Let's go ahead and hear it. So he has, he notices things about the daddy too.
Couple black men and women who take shots at each other, especially ones who frequent the red pill or the divestor communities. They go to war. We can go through these things, and I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you the truth about how I feel about some shit. But I have no agenda though, man. I want black women and black men to get along. But before we get to that, the dad has been on top of shit. We're going to talk more about the daddy later, okay? Hold on tight. Please hold on tight. But the daddy has been on top of shit. So possibly having a tough time getting in contact with folks in Zanzibar. They've been moving slow. So he drove to D.C. to press the U.S. government for help getting in touch with Tanzanian authorities, desperate for any update on his daughter's death. And they did find out then that the autopsy was actually complete. But it's going to take a few more days to get the results for the autopsy. We're still waiting for more details.
The autopsy is complete, but it's going to take a few more days. All right, whatever. That's not me going at him. But please notice that the daddy is the one that said, no, I'm going to carry my black ass down to DC's because I'm going to make sure we get what we need for my kid. Okay? Remember this, because black men ain't, you sassy straights ain't shit. You ain't never going to be shit. All you are is shit. And I want to make sure that I remind you every day that we talk that you ain't shit. Okay? But don't forget to SYCBM.
If you guys don't remember, the young lady was in Tanzania for her birthday. She got proposed to by a boyfriend, Joe McCann. The next thing you know, they had a fight that caused them to be separated to different rooms by the hotel staff. And then her fiance say that he found her hanging. They said the initial cause for her death was death by strangulation, but now we just don't know. The dad is asking for more details like, yo, can we get some camera footage? Anything to ease our mind if that is the truth. We don't know yet. We're still waiting. And he's trying to do his best to go over to Tanzania to get more details about the situation. But that's that right there. Once again, I told y'all, hold on tight. We can come back with some more things about the dad because this is important. You see how he's moving. This is important. This lady right here says,
y'all see how he's moving. This is important. He's right. See how he's moving. The daddy is making, he is in it. Just like we watched that interview and the reporter lady said, do you think he did it? And he was shaking his head and the mom just cut him off and said, we don't know, even though we heard him say, yeah. Now, whether Joe actually did it based off of there may have been an attendant there is still a little fuzzy, but definitely he would be considered, in my opinion, one of the main suspects. However, we'll just put a pin in that, just like he said. Come on, Stacey.
the last few days have shown me that red pill content and ideologies have hit the black community like the crack epidemic is actually concerning. This lady says, sis, it's bad. Even attractive black men have become red pilled. I'm like, what is the reason? They hit this girl who responded with this right here. Crazy, this you. There's you. So you see this right here, resting preferences is so crazy. Resting preferences is something that a lot of black women will be saying. Not all. I gotta say that. Y'all know I gotta say that. But that's something that they would say when someone who was black, a black man, died by the hands of their non-black girlfriend, wife.
Isn't it interesting though, Stacey, that when the tides have turned, now all of a sudden, like, that's crazy. How could you say resting preference? That's crazy. That's crazy. So they somehow forgot that they were saying it about all those black men that was taken on the bottom here. So how is it though, y'all, that these women can't stand y'all when you're with the white woman and she takes you out, but if the white oppressor takes y'all out, they all in with defund the police and Black Lives Matter and say his name, say her name. Something don't seem to make no damn sense. So it just depends on which white person, which is probably why they're okay with Touré giving white people permission to use the hard ER. Child, and someone would question on why I don't give a fuck and stay away from most of y'all. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Nothing makes any sense. None of that makes any sense. Just pick and choose which white people, because child, even y'all are now picking which black person. At the end of the day, all of it is very separative. That's why I just say carte blanche, stay the fuck away from me and mine. It's that simple. Because people that don't make any sense, I can't know you. I cannot know people that have no common sense whatsoever and are freaking delusional. And shout out to all the delusional ones that are listening, hate listening, and then making comments because you cannot control yourself. I see y'all. Don't worry. We always see y'all. Thanks for the views, though.
Whatever it may be. But you see this young lady right here that commented about the red pill shit. All right. She said genuinely hilarious in response to resting preferences. Okay. Maybe she didn't know, because casuals get caught up into this shit, but you are participating in a game of slander on social media. You are encouraging responses. You encouraged these responses without knowing to Ashlee Janae. All right, you gotta be aware of what you're doing. That's why that "this you" shit be hitting so hard, you know. But nah, some Manosphere adjacent, Red Pill adjacent content creators, they going hard right now. Like, I don't know if this shit true at all. I don't know if it's true at all, but dude right here posted, local Zanzibar reporters are now starting to cover the story of Ashlee, Janae, and Joe McCann. I don't know if she's from Zanzibar though, but dude said, I don't know if any of this shit true. It has not been revealed that Ashlee Janae was a stripper and escort at a high-end gentleman's club in Miami.
Now, listen, I don't know if that is like a confirmed, and I'm using air quotes right now, but it's definitely out there in question because that second Instagram, because she had two, the second Instagram got taken down, but this one didn't. So what was the second one about? So allegedly, from what we understand, she may have been hanging out with people for some change, allegedly, and hanging out with other people just because. And that's how maybe she supported her lifestyle, which is kind of what the questions we were asking the other day. Sugar baby ? Or escort ? And the sisters did not like that, which I don't give a shit, because we've seen these things before, right? Even if they don't notice it, even though I know they know, but we've seen these things before. Again, even if they don't notice it, but we already know. So we're going to act stupid now, like these aren't questions they could very well already have answers to, but we're going ahead and questioning them anyway. It's really not slander. Let me see. Y'all said, or we saw a video with the Kevin Gates or whatever. All she's showing you is I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. And then the mysterious deletion taken down of the IG, but not the other IG nor the TikTok. So the TikTok and the other IG are still up. So if you took down one Instagram, why didn't you take down the other? And I don't know if there's anything else, but those are the only two things that I'm aware of. Two sites that I'm aware of, I should say. Nobody got questions about that? Okay, not a problem. Come on, child.
I don't know if that's true, if it's been revealed or if it's just a rumor. She even had a second Instagram where she was turning tricks that has now been deleted, debunking the narrative that the family doesn't have access to social media accounts or bank accounts. Now we 100% know without a shadow of a doubt that soft life is code for selling coochie. We don't 100% know nothing. But
no, I don't know. I don't think that that's what soft life means. I think soft life means you're looking for a white person. I'll just say a white person. Hard wig, soft life, which we've covered that. I'm going to wear a horrible wig because white men love horrible wigs, and I'm going to get me a white man. I mean, there's videos. I have videos of it. They're still up. I want a white man like this lady. I want a white man like that lady. Because white is better. Because these crusted, ashy ass bums ain't shit, ain't got shit, ain't never going to be shit. Trauma, drama, and stress. That's all y'all bring. So I got to get me a white man. We know. Don't necessarily mean you scripting, but it definitely means you looking for somebody white. But ignore all that, y'all. It's okay when the black woman is with a white man. The problem comes when you sassy straights are with white, Asian, or whatever the hell else there is, child.
But that's how this shit work, man. Dudes be into this shit going in, but we don't 100% know nothing. But I will advise dude to be careful saying things so firmly that are rumors. You have to be clear that these are rumors. Because I seen this video earlier, nothing that you said is confirmed is actually confirmed. That this source right here, this lady is just reading comments and saying stuff and showing no proof. This girl right here, Slauson Girl News, she popped up on the timeline. She's been really focused on this case. But I seen her say this: black men are failing at protecting the honor of black women and wonder why they are looking outside the community to date.
I'm going to need you sassy straights to stop failing at protecting the honor of black women, okay? Y'all out here looking to date outside. Y'all looking to date outside because you're not protecting these black women. So I guess she's insinuating that these black women ain't concerned with y'all's asses and don't want to date y'all because you're too busy going outside of the country. I don't know what y'all think you're doing. You know damn well you're supposed to SYCBM. Until they say they done with you, then you can SYSBM. Until they say it's time for you to come back, and then you can SYCBM. Don't y'all see what it is? Don't y'all see how this works? You SYCBM when they tell you to, and then you SYSBM when they tell you to, and then SYCBM when they tell you to, and then SYSBM when I don't understand what y'all don't understand. Don't y'all get it? You get behind Barack, women. Y'all already know what it is. Sorry, y'all. Oh my God. This is what y'all are supposed to be doing, okay? You're supposed to be kissing the ass of black women at all time, whether you know them or not, okay? I don't understand why y'all don't understand. I'm not trying to hear that you're confused, Reaper. No. And Switchblade, you need to listen. It's what they say when they say it, however they say it, whether you care or not. That's how this works, okay? Now, they can disparage any of y'all, but y'all can't disparage any of them. Do you see how this works? I be trying to help y'all. Y'all ain't trying to listen to me. I be trying to help y'all. Y'all don't be listening to me. I think I've cracked the code. Even though I've already cracked the code, I'm going to crack it more, okay? Just listen to what black women say. That's it. Your problems are all your problems are all solved. All right. Don't say I didn't tell y'all, okay?
Mind you, I don't see any white dudes advocating for anything Ashlee Janae wise. I don't see it. It's not my algorithm.
Yeah, somebody did a video. I think it was Shay Sade. Where the what? No, it's usually the white woman. Where the white men at? Where the white men at? Let me go get that book. Remember the book that the white man wrote about how to marry or date black women correctly? Let me see if he's out here advocating, child. Maybe he's out here maybe there's some white men out here advocating, child. Send them to me. Send me them videos, y'all. I know y'all holding out on me because y'all not listening, okay? I'm a black woman. You have to listen to me. That is the rule, okay? Can y'all just send me the damn video so I can talk about them, okay? Y'all are really not trying to help me over here. Work with me, gentlemen. Work with me, all right?
But I just don't see it, man. She said, I had to delete so many comments from black men on my post regarding Ashlee Janae. The hate and vitriol says more about our community and the way black men and women view each other than anything. You don't say. Because when I went on her page, I seen that she retweeted these things. It said, my dad wasn't in my life, so I never had that daddy's little girl relationship.
Ooh, now that's new information, y'all. This is her retweeting. He said, my dad wasn't in my life, so I never. Oh, actually, Ashlee wrote it. The Los Angeles journalist retweeted it, child. Reposted it. I don't know what you say over here. She said, my dad wasn't in my life, so I never had that daddy's little girl relationship. The same man that's down there fighting for you now? That same man that's on this damn TV trying to say that he thinks that your fiance is the one that actually did it, but your mama is basically shutting him up? What? I'm just saying, listen, Stacy brought this up. Shout out to Stacy for finding this shit, okay? Shout out to Stacy. Let me rewind it. Let's not miss the thing here, okay? Let's not miss a thing.
It's not my algorithm, but I just don't see it, man. She said, I had to delete so many comments from black men on my post regarding Ashlee Janae. The hate and vitriol says more about our community and the way black men and women view each other than anything. You don't say. Because when I went on her page, I seen that she retweeted these things. It said, my dad wasn't in my life, so I never had that daddy's little girl relationship. I wonder how I'm going to do that dance with my dad thing when, if I ever get married, I could never choose between my stepdad and my biological. I always wonder how my life would be if my dad was around.
So she basically saying that man that's sitting up there on that couch, that man that's down there in DC was not in her life. That's what's being said right here. So let me reread them. So starting at the bottom, she said, and the Los Angeles journalist retweeted it. My dad wasn't in my life. Like, hold on. Before I even get to this, let me come back over here. Before I even get into this, the funny part about this is this comes from that Los Angeles journalist person. So she's the one that starts retweeting it. She's the one that's saying that until black men start protecting black women, blah, 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 blah. What in the holy hell, honestly, at the end of the day, do y'all have to do with this? This shit is about a whole ass white man that she decided to be with, but they figure out a way to bring y'all's asses into this shit. Like one of the hating hoes, because I know you hating and listening, how come it is that y'all can always bring black men into some shit that they ain't got shit to do with? This woman was out there and her mama said she was happy and she was where she wanted to be. The only thing that should be discussed right now is shit about him. Y'all convoluting this whole damn thing because you too worried about what anyone else is saying about her instead of keeping your focus on the person that, one, should have been protecting her, white man. Two, a person who allegedly was engaged to her is not even speaking and giving the parents any information on. And 3, ain't leveraging what little bit of money he has left in order to put up to get her home, to help the parents get over there or anything like that. How come y'all not talking about that shit? How come y'all not focused on that shit? How come y'all can absolve him basically without saying you know he did it, which you don't really know, and that's an allegedly for me. Y'all really don't even know, but you got all this time and energy and effort to disparage black men who ain't got shit to do with this. Not a GD thing to do with it. And like Shay Sharday said, and I didn't get to, I'm sure she did, I didn't get to watch her video yet. Maybe we can watch it tonight. She said, or it's got a title, "Where are all the white men at to advocate for y'all, Bueller?" Do I have a cricket button? I have it upstairs. Where are the white men to advocate for y'all? Because y'all love them, you look up to them, you worship them, you think they walk on water, you do anything for them. So where are all your white men that y'all need to go tap on the shoulder to say, you need to get out here and say something about Ashlee? Y'all not doing that. Why, Bueller? How come y'all ain't got shit to say to them about them? And listen, white people, I'm not coming for y'all, so chill the fuck out, okay? I'm just making a damn point. I'm making a damn point. Because it really is amazing how you can all of a sudden turn it around and spread all this vitriol, run off at the damn mouth. Because like I said again, when somebody is saying something that could technically be against me, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. What you gonna do? Fight the whole internet? Like, people really out here trying to act like they're going to fight the whole internet. You cannot change nobody else. Let me not say that. You can't do nothing about how somebody else feels about whatever they feel about. You're not going to be this social media influencer. Excuse me. And then once you're on up out of here, the influence is not going to continue. 1 minute it's nobody talks about black women when they go missing and something happens to them. We out here talking about it. You mad. You mad at everybody else about the shit that she said. You mad at everybody else about the shit that she put out. That's not disparaging. These are the details. Y'all just want to ignore the real details. Y'all want to ignore anything that makes someone look bad. Claudia Jordan said, just because they died don't mean that you can't talk about them and it don't make them a wonderful person. Now, I'm not saying that she wasn't a wonderful person to her parents, even though these tweets that she put out here is sounding very negative towards her daddy. It sounds very negative towards her daddy. But the daddy is the one that's out here saying, I think that white man is the one that did this shit to my kid, and I'm trying to make sure that this shit get taken care of. Y'all won't give him credit? Are any of y'all giving him credit? Are any of y'all paying attention to that? Are any of y'all concerned about him? Are any of y'all helping him out? I know y'all donated to the GoFundMe, which is great. Shout out to y'all. Are you giving him any thanks, any props? Any support? Is anyone supporting him? Is anyone thinking about him at the end of the day? Especially after you hear these damn tweets that this girl put out, we can see how she technically felt, at least when she wrote these. I'm gonna say it, at least when she wrote these, these twits, child, you know what I'm saying. So again, my dad wasn't in my life, so I never had that daddy's little girl relationship. Then she says, I wonder how I'm going to do that dance with my dad thing when/if I ever get married. I could never choose between my stepdad and my biological. And I always wondered how my life would be if my dad was around. But she knew everything and she had everything and she was going to get everything from that white man. That's basically what y'all are saying, but you're not holding any white men accountable. Why is that? Oh, because you really have no power whatsoever. So you have no power over there. Technically, it looks like you have no power over here, except for to get y'all riled up, because not y'all, but there's plenty of men going back and forth. Y'all, I ain't got time to go back and forth. Most of the bitches that been in the comments, I just laugh at y'all. And the men too, because there's some low testosterone males, and I'm pinning as many as possible because y'all sound crazy. And Ain't nobody talking negatively about that girl. If the shit looks negative, it's because she put it out here and it was negative to begin with. But as usual, y'all ignore that shit. All you want to hear is positive, nice shit instead of the real shit. But again, I'm trying to understand, why is it that if a black woman gets taken on up out of here by a black man, it's, you know, he's the worst, he's the worst, he's the worst. And the only time that you're upset with a white man is if he's the oppressor and he takes somebody the hell on up out of here. I need one of you hating hoes not to be complaining about what I say. Answer that fucking question. Shout out to Romello in the building. Thank you, boo. He said, Messy, I got a text last night while sleeping that I didn't help the sisterhood. Didn't know it was my shift. Somebody just texted you and said that out of the blue. What the hell? Messy, I got a text last night while sleeping that I didn't help the sisterhood. Didn't know it was my shift. What the hell? What in the world? Child, y'all better be careful who you got around you. That sounds crazy. Just out of the blue. You didn't help the sisterhood. I wish a motherfucker would. And RBN, do not text me.
Say, because when I went on her page, I seen that she retweeted these things. It said, my dad wasn't in my life, so I never had that daddies with a girl relationship. I wonder how I'm going to do that dance with my dad thing when, if I ever get married, I could never choose between my stepdad and my biological. I always wonder how my life would be if my dad was around, which is crazy to me. Because her mom has been getting ridiculed for being in an interracial marriage. And we seen the things Ashlee was saying, I'm gonna be just like.
Is she getting ridiculed because she's in an interracial marriage? Is she getting ridiculed? All right.
My mom with a white dad and everything. So this girl retweeted these things, I'm sure, to throw smut on the dad name. You feel me? The dad that's going all out to get justice for his daughter. That daddy. But what's crazy to me is that if you looked up these things, then you had to see these tweets too, and you didn't pull these up. Because as the years went along, you seen things like this. I don't want a relationship like my mom and stepdad. She be bitching the shit out of him. I need someone that's gonna put me in my place. What?
Oh, now wait a GD minute, y'all. Now see, this is why they gonna get mad. She wrote this shit. Don't get mad at us because she wrote this shit and they couldn't get the Twitter down. They got the one Instagram down, but they didn't get the Twitter down. It says, this is Ashlee speaking. I don't want a relationship like my mom and stepdad. So i.e. her and the white man. She be bitching the shit out of him. I need someone that's going to put me in my place. Laugh out loud. So she out here telling on her mom and how her relationship is with her dad. Well, clearly that's what you wanted though, right? Meaning Ashlee. Even though she said she didn't want a relationship like that, you wanted it enough to make sure that you wanted a white man. Way to put your mama's business out here. So if her mama is getting, you know, people in any type of feedback, which I don't approve of. I say leave them people alone. They grieving, right? But technically the catalyst for this is your daughter for putting this information out here. This is just another indication and another reason why people need to keep their shit to themselves, but they cannot. It doesn't always go the way that you want to. But I see that no one still wants to listen. Now, this is an old tweet. This one here is 2013 that's on the screen right now. So let me let him go.
Let's go back a couple years, though, around the time when she was saying the things that she was saying. This is 2011, saying, I wonder when the next time I'm going to see my dad is. Look at that date, November 12th, 2011.
Making him sound like a deadbeat.
The next day, my mom just told me my dad wants me to come visit him this weekend, cutting the F up. Not a chance.
My mom just told me my dad wants me to come visit him this weekend, cracking the F up, hashtag not a chance. Now, I can see some of you hating hoes looking at this saying, that's right, she don't need to see him. He ain't ish and he wasn't in her life. Of course, that's how you're going to see it. Of course, that's how you're going to see it. You're not going to see it that he's trying to reach out, that he's trying to maybe repair something. And she hashtagging it for the whole world to see, not a chance. And yet now that it's time that she needs help, even though she's not here anymore, she still needs an advocate. She still needs help. He's here doing it while having to know that she was saying this shit. Because the odds are they didn't know this. The odds are they didn't know that she was putting shit out like this. But he's still going to do that. But y'all don't show no appreciation. Y'all would rather disparage. And yet again, because let me keep saying it, shout out to Shay Sade, y'all ain't saying nothing to the white people, to the white men. Let me not say white people, to the white men that y'all worship and that's supposed to be taken care of, that she had all her faith and trust in. Where they at? How come y'all not going to rally them up to be out here advocating for her? Not a one. Not a one. Where they at? Where they at? Since they y'all savior, since they love y'all so much, since they down for you, since they want you, since it's a softer life, since it's everything over there, since allegedly they take care of you, since allegedly they got all the money, since allegedly they do all the things, since allegedly you get to be soft. Allegedly. Because, child, y'all don't have to have no type of understanding. The odds are, based off of the things that we've read, that she was financing this shit, because that nigga lost $100 million and he can't finance shit. You cannot lose $100 million and think you're going to be financing shit and can't get any more investors or anyone else to believe in him. That's okay, because he knows who he can get to believe in him. One of you biatches. Because you so desperate to think that, because me personally, y'all, there are some that definitely want to be just out of here, okay? They want to be divested. They want to be with white men, and that's fine. But I think that those set of people, which is some of the divestors that I would listen to, are actually paying attention to who the hell it is that they're with. It's not just, oh, he's white, he's right. They actually are vetting, and, you know, this is a decent person, and they're not going to take me on up out of here, dismember me, toss me over a cliff. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're doing their due diligence, right? These hoes just want one just because they're white. That's it. And enough of them, in my opinion, I believe, is how they get into these dumbass situations and end up being taken on up out of here, because they'll just choose anyone just because they're white. No vetting, no dating. Like some of them pictures, y'all, that we was looking at yesterday of some of those Neanderthals. Like, come on now. Like, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. There ain't no way on God's green earth that all of those should have been with any of those Neanderthals. That's what I will call them. Child, like I said, crossing the street. I feel like you hating hoes ain't got no type of discernment whatsoever. And all you and the reason why they do it, y'all, sassy straights in particular, is because somehow, some way, in they black ass, crazy ass brain, dumb as a mind, they think that they're making y'all upset and jealous, child. I wish I had the Price is Wrong button. They honestly think that that's supposed to upset y'all and supposed to make y'all mad, which is crazy work, as y'all say, because nobody cares. For the most part, nobody cares. Imagine thinking that I'm just going to go with this Neanderthal just because it's going to piss black men off. And do you know how many times that I see in comments is what? Looking at the person like, what? With their hands in the air like, what? I know that's what I do. I know that's what I do. And it's like, the way you look and the way that man look, I know you effing lying. I know you effing lying. Ain't no way. It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all in any way, shape, or form. So if y'all, not y'all, think that it makes sense not to correct people, at least to give them a clue and tell them that, you know what? This is probably not the best thing nor the way, because you have to vet people. You have to know who they are. You have to get to know them. And child, going over to their house, letting them come over to your house, getting down on the first night of somebody you don't know, your mamas didn't teach y'all better? Child, maybe your mamas taught you how to do it. Let me go ahead and thank my favorite white girl, Elizabeth, who sent me a generous Cash App. Thank you so much, boo. She said for coffee or wine, she is on the replay. Thank you so much, hon. As always, I appreciate you. Appreciate your support. That's my girl. Shout out to Elizabeth and my nephew. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Come on, Stacy, chat.
She didn't want to go see her daddy. The very next day after wondering when she was going to see her daddy. All right, but more time passed. 2015, she says, my dad is really always down to travel with me. I'm glad we're getting closer the older I get. More time passed. I just found out my mom trapped my dad back in the day, and everything makes sense.
I just found out that my mom trapped my dad. So she's putting this out here. I just found out my mom trapped my dad back in the day, and everything makes sense. Now, listen, I still say leave these people alone because they're grieving, right? Now, people might be trying to say something to her because of this, maybe. But heifers, hating hoes, y'all didn't see none of this, Bueller. Y'all did you have something to say to the mama? The mama that's over there married to some man that looked like Gilbert Grape or something? Y'all ain't got nothing to say to the white men that ain't coming to be y'all savior. Y'all said that the white men are y'all savior. I don't see none of them coming to y'all saviorship. They ain't coming to cut for y'all. They ain't coming to cut for her. But who's over here talking to get the information out? The coloreds. Shout out to the colored community. Y'all are appreciative of nothing. Y'all don't even see where your bread is actually buttered. And I'm not even one of them people that's talking about only date within your race. I'm not even saying that because I know that's what you hear. I'm not even saying that. What I am saying is the worship that you give ain't worshiping you back, boo. What I'm saying is that it's time for y'all to get a fucking clue. And if you don't, that's fine too. When you get taken the fuck on up out of here, allegedly, we do not care. Because if you want to make detrimental decisions that will impact and impede your life and your family's life, particularly your kids, then that's a you problem because you want to be out here acting crazy, living crazily amongst people where in the next second, y'all, they sitting up here talking about they are the oppressor. Say I'm lying. In 1 second, it's we need white men because you black men ain't shit. One has nothing to do with the other. One has nothing to do with the other. If that's what you prefer, then prefer your ass on over there. But it's not the we prefer them better than because. No. If that's where you want to be, that's where you want to be. Y'all, you could date both, honestly. You could shut the entire fuck up and make sure that you know who it is that you're spending your time with, that y'all don't want to do no type of work. It's the same story over and over and over again. Wash, rinse, fucking repeat. Now we got to see now that this woman, Ashlee Janae, did not particularly give a damn that her mama kept her away from the kid, or the mama trapped the daddy, and the daddy is the one that's cutting for her right now when she's the hell on up out of here.
Laughing. Y'all want to read that one more time? I just found out my mom trapped my dad back in the day, and everything makes sense. Now I wonder why the young lady, so I'm pretty sure you more than likely searched dad on her page and these things popped up. You cherry picked this shit. I'm pretty sure you seen the other things that popped up by the dad too. You ain't want to put those up. But everything makes sense as far as why dad wasn't in her life and all these other things. Now, I'm all for dick discipline. Nigga, you need to protect your seed so you don't have a daughter feeling this way about you. So you're not having a child with someone that you don't want to be with. Protect your seed. He still need to be held accountable for that. At the same damn time, the daughter realized when she got older how shit went down. But you're trying to protect the mom and her husband, so you rather say, nah, we gonna cherry pick some shit and throw smut on the dad name. We're going all out. Doing the same shit you doing? Nah, you just posting and retweeting. The daddy's putting foot on ground to get justice for his daughter, and that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. But speaking of someone else that's trying to defend the name of his friend, of Ashlee Janae, Joe Budden. All right, so we're gonna tap into the Joe Budden podcast and hear what he's saying over there about Ashlee Janae. But first, we're gonna tap in with some sponsors, man. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all growing, and I feel it because more and more I'm starting to see and meet y'all outside, bro. So I'll be trying to stay on point, make sure I'm looking decent. That's why. Man. I'm telling y'all, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready, my boy. Okay, so we back, man. Now y'all know how this go down. Joe Budden can't play the visuals because you gotta have the still image on the screen. So you will see the still image on the screen. We can go ahead and tap in and see what he's saying about his homie Ashlee Janae.
Ashlee was a hard worker. Like some of these things that you read about your friend out there. Like Ashlee comes from a 2-parent household. Ashlee was never hard up for.
Wait a minute. So Joe, first thing he says is that she comes from a 2-parent household. And Ashlee just said that the dad wasn't in the life. No, which one is it?
She wasn't ever hard up for money. She was a hostess, waitress, model / video girl in Miami.
You're not making the case, Joe. Hold on. A hostess and a what?
A 2-parent household. Ashlee was never hard up for. She wasn't ever hard up for money.
She was never hard up for money, but she did all this gig work, y'all.
Was a hostess, waitress,
a waitress,
model
a model
/ video girl,
a video girl. Yeah, those are all avenues that's going to take you for the long haul.
In Miami, Florida.
In Miami. Well, that's the pièce de résistance. You do it in Miami, then it makes it all better, right?
She would take a flight, come out here and fuck with us at the hookah lounge, and then take the first flight.
Take a flight out, do hookah, and come back. Yeah, okay.
Smoking to make it back to work, to bang these niggas over the head that want to come in here and spend all of this fucking money. Like, she worked. Reading some of these things about your friend is tough. It's tough, especially when you know that it is untrue. I'm praying for all the people in her life. I'm praying for her friends. I'm praying for her family. I'm praying for her sisters. The story just brings up so many things that I'm already funny about. I've come in here and shared about how I feel about just dying elsewhere. Some of the things that come along with that. There's all types of rumors going around because her boyfriend, he did have some money. He did have some money. There's rumors going around about him paying hospitals and him paying the hotel. I will say the story sounds pretty janky. I'll say that. The story sounds janky.
The story that was initially reported.
Yeah. The story being reported of they had an argument, had to be separated. Homeboy got his own room. Then he came back and found her hanging, made it back in enough time to take her down from wherever she was hanging from, go to a hospital where they say she still was showing vital signs and had a pulse, and then was pronounced dead in a hospital. It does sound weird.
I didn't make sense to me.
It does sound weird. I'd like to know, if you're telling me that she was hanging herself, I'd like to see this structure. I'd like to see where you're saying this happened from. If you're telling me that happened, homeboy's timing is impeccable to make it there 5 minutes later while she still had vital signs. There's a lot of weird things about this shit that, again, I'm going to let the investigation play out, but we lost an absolute sweetheart. We lost a great, great, great soul and human being, and somebody that niggas know. My faith is in that, even with all the shit that you read now.
A great person that all the niggas know. All right, that's please don't do my eulogy, Joe Budden.
As tough as it is, my faith is in too many people were impacted for lies and propaganda to remain relevant. Like, she was out here, she was popular. Yeah. She dubbed you niggas, and it's that
she was out here, she was popular, she dubbed you niggas. Yeah, don't do my eulogy, John.
Homegirl where, you know, you trust in their decision in their romantic life, right? Like, you got homegirls where you may not understand none of the romantic choices, but if that's your homegirl and you love her and they vouch for that person, Ashlee and homeboy was at my birthday dinner. Yeah, they were at my birthday dinner, and I invited Ashlee last 2 years to my birthday dinner. So this year I made it a point to get on the phone, like, yo, this is the year. What's up? You gonna make it? And she was on some shit like, yeah, you know, just gotta check with my man, and I know we got to drop off the stepkids, and we got to pick them up from school, and they on spring break, and and I'm on the phone like, girl, for real? Like, yo, you playing stepmommy over there? I'm just saying, like, she repped the dude. Like, a lot of people have an agenda on the internet, and I know what it looks like with this white guy and this young black girl. She loved this dude, and by all accounts, he appeared to really love her. They came.
Oh, well, she definitely loved him, but now you're saying that he appeared to love her, even though they came to y'all's events. So you didn't know? So you didn't talk? Nobody talked to Joe? Is that what we're saying?
The party. Met him, shook his hand. They sat over there on the side. They didn't move around too much in the party, but they came. I spoke to Ashlee 2 weeks ago. When people keep saying, we don't think that there's any way in the world that she would do something like this, and the parents put out an interview as well, which they echoed the same thing. We didn't see any signs. And I'm the first person to know that sometimes you don't have to see any signs in depression. Like, it can just happen. I totally get that. I also don't see a world in which this young woman who was so excited about her man, her relationship, where she was in life, her birthday, her sisters, I mean, her sister, her siblings, her parents. She was in the greatest. She was making plans, is what I'm saying. Like, she had a lot of plans. So I'm not saying that couldn't have happened. Again, I'll wait for the investigation to occur. But the people that know her and love her, it's tough to believe. It is tough to believe.
I don't know this girl, man. I know her. You know, I ain't invested into the point of trying to slander her. It's been done enough. You don't need me to do it too, if you want that from me. But I will go ahead and keep it real from things I saw. I don't think she should have engaged with the trolls, the people that were trolling her about her relationship. I think she had a fetish, even outside just black men. I think she's had a pure fetish for white men that may have followed her mother's desires that rubbed off on her or learned on her for whatever it may have been. But
her mother's desires and it rubbed off on Ashlee.
But based on the history tweets, she started off with basically just seeming like a pure fetish. Over time, after saying that she wouldn't bash black men, she started to engage in trolling black men, leaving her vulnerable to the slander that she's receiving right now on social media. Just got to call it how I see it. That doesn't justify her losing her life. We'll 100% say that right there. Many people are vouching for her. Joe's vouching for her. Some other folks vouching for her, saying that she loved black men and all these things. Like, I did see that part. Let me find that part real quick.
I hate the agenda-driven internet conversation about her.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Let her family mourn. Let her grieve. Show some humanity, some decency. Whatever you think of her and from everything.
No one asked you low testosterone Mark Lamont damn Hill. Shut the fuck up. You don't own the internet or no one in it, dumbass.
I know from you and other people who know her, she was an amazing person. I only met her one time. I don't know her. But whatever you think of it, what I'm seeing online is disgusting. And just
same here.
Yeah, it's incredibly sad.
Well, there's people that want to attach themselves to any story that goes viral. There's other people that just are fucking incels. There's other people that just are insensitive to death.
Some motherfuckers just miserable, yo. Like they literally are just miserable. And
maybe some people are just talking about the story because it is popular and it's something that should be talked about. Because, like I said before, these people will complain about the fact that nobody talks about black women when they go missing. Now you're talking about it. These people are just mad because of the things that are being pulled out from her information. Basically, what came out of her mouth based off of tweets and Instagram posts and whatnot and TikTok. If it, you want to be an influencer, influence all the way, I guess. So just ignore it all, even if you don't get to the bottom of the story, right? Just ignore it all.
Browse the internet, just looking for any way to just project that on anything. So if something pops up, they're gonna attach to it and find some negativity. Yeah. And it's regardless of what you guys seen out there, you're participating. You're becoming the same person that you're accusing her of being. Meaning, like, it's one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, enough is disgusting. We have people.
Child, if these people think that they trying to make somebody feel guilty, you could take that back there. I'm not trying to hear it. By way of what also Claudia Jordan says, just because they died don't mean that you got to be nice, child. I need to bring that up and play it because it's interesting how when the tides change, the rules don't apply. But if it's a different way, then the rules do apply. You know what I'm saying? So it's always do as I say, not as I do. Child, please. I'm about to try and hear all that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Nope. Let me rewind it. I know we're having a tough time tonight, but let me rewind it. You heard Claudia now.
I'm going to say this, and people can be mad at me if they want to. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you.
Let me rewind it. Yeah. Let's not forget that. But everybody wants everything to be everything. Okay. That's why there's so many problems to begin with. I don't need to hear no more from no damn Mark Lamont. Hell, can't stand him. All right. And these people are not going to make me feel guilty. Maybe y'all, I don't feel guilty about nothing, about talking about some shit that everybody is talking about. Don't get mad at us because that's what this person wrote. It is what it is. Now, do you want to solve the damn issue of what's going on? Or do y'all want to sit up here and act like everything is everything? then at least go out there and do something about them damn kids, all right? But we know you won't do that. Anyway, moving on. I would watch this video that I just saw came up from OL. And it says, protect white men, Ashlee Janae, swirlers, black women, and divestors, no snitching policy for white men. So some of these biatches are upset at the fact that people are calling Ashlee a divester. So I don't know why. We already knew, but as I was listening to Jason Black, he pulled the tweet where she said the shit. I mean, are people just going to continue to, just because y'all hating hoes want to live in delusion, don't mean that the rest of us do. It is what it is. Now, we didn't need that confirmation, but y'all, he done found a fucking tweet. If that's what she want to be, then that's what she want to be. Again, where are all the white men at, and why ain't y'all up in their asses the way that you over here worrying about black men for a woman who wasn't concerned with black men, regardless of what the hell Joe said? What most of Joe Budden's just said didn't even make any sense with the stuff that we have already learned. Oh, so she was just coming to your parties, and that girl, and it could be true, but let me just say this. So you trying to tell me that girl whose Twitter we went up, well, no, whose TikTok we went up and down, whose Instagram we went up and down, whose photos and photo shoots and all that other shit we've been watching for over a week now, or about a week now. You telling me she concerned with babies, stepkids? That's what you trying to portray? She came to your birthday party with this white man, but now all of a sudden you saying you don't know nothing about him. So nobody knew nothing about this man that loved her so much, that she loved so much. Everybody's just like, yeah, girl, I got to go get me something to drink. All right, y'all. Anyway, whatever they say. So this is called, oh, I read it already. So protect white men.
Love was about climbing as high as I could, becoming as successful as possible, and then picking the best partner who'd accept me.
Yeah, right. Keep dreaming, loser.
The best woman I can afford. But then what happens if I keep climbing?
You're getting good looking.
Now I'm starting to afford more elegant women. Am I going to trade her in?
But I helped you get there.
Or what if life knocks me down a few levels? Is she going to leave me and say,
I'm out because you can't afford to keep me anymore?
And yeah, I get it. That's often what happens. A guy levels up and switches partners. Or he loses money, and she leaves him. So how do I win at love?
Protect white men. Ashlee Janae, divestors and black women's no snitching policy they have with white men. Notice how the black cartoon was at the very bottom called lower class. That's how white men view black women, and this illustration was made by a white man.
Uh-oh.
The white man is saying that getting with a black woman means you as a white man hit rock bottom. This is what black women are protecting. When Brad sends them to the lower room, beats them up, or sticks maggots up their vagina, they still won't say anything bad about.
Child, this sticking maggots up the vajayjay. This sticking magic or maggots up the vajayjay. I know you effing lying. This what y'all protect? So y'all are allegedly protecting white men from that type of shit, but you want to go and burn the internet up with what black men do in a situation where they have absolutely nothing to do with it? Child. And y'all gonna sit up here and tell me about, somebody in the comments said some bullshit about you're not a part of the sisterhood. Congratulations, you're right. Congratulations, you're right, because there ain't no such thing. Y'all just say that shit to try to keep people in line, and I ain't the one. Shout out to Ice Cube.
Brad. Instead, they will blame black men for Brad's actions in order to protect them. Divestors and black women in general, I hate to say it, but it's true. They will make up lies and stories about black men being violent in order to hide the truth about their dealings with white men or non-black men. In other words, I say this respectfully, black women, divestors, and swirlers try to Emmett Till the average black man in order to protect the white man's status.
This tweet right here, child, this could be a post. Maybe I'll put it on Instagram. This is what Ashlee Janae said. Don't get mad at us, because that's what she said. She wanted to influence. Shout out to influencing. She said, and when you say you about to F my mother, damn, you so right, because we've been F'd by the white man in our whole life. How come y'all not over there getting in the white man's face? Huh? Because you know they ain't trying to have that shit.
The cartoon in the beginning explained, but let's dive in.
I went on a date with a white guy where he was white and Mexican, and honestly, I never did it again because of the way every black man looked at me in that restaurant. Even walking out, black man, I'm talking about one black man was with his entire family and looked at me like he wanted some shit.
Well, he probably looked at you because you got that gargoyle ring on. Gargoyle alert. Look, she got the in the cheek. It looks like the nose, or I mean the lip, or it's crusty. The nose, child.
Choked me. It was bad. It was bad.
Black men in New York, they're very questionable. Once a black woman gets to the point where they date a white man, it's because she's had it up to here with black men.
I can agree.
So what you mean they're questionable though?
Cheaters, I guess because
Bobby don't
of
cheat?
how these... Huh?
Billy and Bobby don't cheat?
Billy and Bobby got a bag. I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce. I don't give a damn. It is what it is.
Wait. Billy and Bobby got a bag. So if the white man has money, then it's okay if he cheats. If you, sassy straights, don't have money, which you might have money, but it's not as much as Brad's money, then that means that they're gonna leave y'all. I am exhausted, yeah.
Bobby don't cheat?
How these, huh?
Billy and Bobby don't cheat?
Billy and Bobby got a bag. I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce. I don't give a damn. It is what it is.
Rich, then you guys will accept.
To an extent.
But it makes it better. We talking about money, right? So she's dated rich black men. And what do rich black men do?
Y'all just said if the white man did it, it was okay.
Because he white, who give a damn?
It's about the
That's
quality
the
of man.
Because he's white, we don't give a damn. Now, what white man is dealing with child, what is the name of that Snoop? What white man is over there dealing with Snoop from The Wire? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding? So white men, child, any white men here, child, y'all dealing with Snoop? Y'all, listen, y'all that hard up that y'all will go ahead and be dealing with Snoop from The Wire? Child, it's not for me to understand because all y'all are crazy. All right. All of this is crazy. All of this is half damn crazy. All the way damn crazy. Oh, it's okay because he's white. Telling on themselves.
Oh. I don't like black people because they're ghetto. And when you hear this, you're like, oh my God, she's so...
Girl, what is this? This has got to be a joke. What the fuck is this? Girl, let me get this picture right here for the thumbnail. But what in the hell is this? Ma'am! Who is SYCBM in this woman? Bueller? I need a volunteer right now. I need a volunteer right now. SYCBM, gentlemen. She looked like she's being fucking childish and not even like in a playful way. You know, we can play like this playfully. Like, you're looking childish, ma'am.
Racist, but can't even blame me. When the black community just promotes things like violence, like criminality, like fatherless homes, like cheating, like drugs, all of these things are promoted by the black community. We have teenagers taking over.
How come when bitches like this say stuff like this, there's none of these crazy people talking about you're a white supremacist holding up white supremacist talking points? Where in the hell are all those people that's telling me what I'm doing is white supremacy, but what she's doing is what? Black supremacy? Like, what the hell is this? Child, where is she off to? A costume fucking party? This is crazy. Hard wig, still a hard life, braces, this giddy up. What are you going to what is it called? An antebellum or something, girl? Shout out to EJ up in here. I appreciate you, boo. He said, I'm a black woman and I'm going to tell you I can be saved. F these biatches. This looks so freaking ridiculous. It ain't even funny no more how stupid this stuff is.
The malls, we have anywhere these people go, you're not safe because someone's always pulling a gun. For example, I stay in Atlanta. I can't even go to the fair because there's always someone pulling a
Oh, Kofa, this one is for you.
gun. You see videos from Houston, Daytona, and it's just masses and masses of young people. And they
Now listen, she ain't lying about clearly the crime issue. Now let's not act like that's not true. We can't say in one breath that crime is down and then say that what she's saying might not be true. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's the real reason as to why she can't date black. I'm just trying to understand who the hell was dating her to begin with, just because of what she looked like. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, though. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But ATL has been off the hook. Baltimore, Chicago, you know, same old, Memphis, all the other places. But as long as Joe Biden says crime is down, I guess crime is down.
get into fights. They're out shaking ass in public. They're out being loud. They're out pulling guns. You can never be safe in an area where black people is. And that's such a shame. It is such a failure on our community's part that we promote this kind of behavior and we have normalized it. And that's why I don't like black people.
Are you all noticing a pattern?
Now
Here's
wait
the
a damn minute. She just now said she don't like black people. And ain't no, you're a white supremacist talking points. There's none of that for her. Y'all, if y'all don't go to hell, not y'all, you know what I'm saying.
Divester, predators, mugshot. You can tell she is projecting because she is a criminal herself, but you see how they use.
Oh, you know what? I feel like somebody talked to this child, and then I was there listening to her one time. They interviewed her. Child, they gonna do all this shit just for child Brad, I guess. Y'all gonna do all this for some white goodbye. Child, then you come up with a skinhead, then you come up skinned, and then we supposed to be like, oh my God. No. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Thank you, boo. He said this ain't the first time Brad deleting y'all. Deleting them. They want to deal with it. Good luck to them, but not really, but whatever.
Black men and the black community to hide all the nefarious shit they do and all the evil things they do with Brad. She is a porn star. She makes porns in her kids' bedrooms and with their toys. She has a TikTok, but it is private. Go look it up yourself, but watch this. According to this Twitter user, white men were beating the shit out of her in school. Nobody came to help but some black man. Take a look. One more time, take a closer look.
Now my video get demonetized for this bullshit, for that crazy biatch.
Is this all starting to make sense? White men do not see it for black women, and this makes them angry at black men. They blame black men for making them black, so they take their anger out on black men. Even when divestors beat up Brad, which is common, divestors and Brad are always physically fighting. They never snitch on Brad or call the police. It's always a third party that has to intervene.
Hitting me with a phone. China, you hit me. Still hitting me. She been hitting me, abusing me. Look at the TV. She broke PS5, everything. Throwing shit in my. Still hitting me. Still hitting me. Hitting me with a phone.
Why are interracial relationships involving black women so violent?
Child, why in the hell are you still staying there? Listen, white man, why are you even still staying there? She crazy, she crazy. It don't matter what the color is. What in the world is going on? This what y'all doing? Child, ain't no way.
I thought Brad protected and provided. Maybe there is a reason why Brad goes apeshit when he wants to get rid of the divester.
She just got engaged, then a blowout fight. Hotel staff put them in separate rooms. He waited 11 hours to call her mom. Now she's dead, and the fiancé won't talk. That's the growing mystery around Ashlee Janae, the Miami influencer who died in Zanzibar days after her fiancé Joe McCann proposed. New details. On April 8th, Ashlee told her mom she and McCann had a massive fight. Hotel staff moved them into separate rooms. A police report confirmed a romantic conflict. The next call came from McCann, 11 hours after the incident. He said Ashlee did something to herself and was in the hospital, but the family learned of her death from the hotel, not him. Now McCann is unreachable. Police are questioning him. No charges yet. Ashlee's father calls the 11-hour delay very odd. Her mom says Ashlee was happy, engaged, showing no signs of suicide. A hospital report listed strangulation as cause of death. The family is demanding answers.
Let's keep going. An ex-divester, if you want to call her that, who now is pro-black and has a black boyfriend, protects her ex-white man by exposing some random black man. This is what she posted on her TikTok. She said a lot of black women in general have experienced interracial violence, which means violence within monoracial relationships, and she also stated she will do a part 2 to this clip. Just watch it.
Woo, that'll do it. You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me.
I was in fact not a divester. When I was choosing to entangle myself and deal with a white tea man, I did it surreptitiously. The only person that knew about it was my twin sister. I was never open about it, and some of my colleagues and friends on campus was aware. But for the most part, I never brought that man or any of the men from my past to my father or to
Well, this says that you can't be pro-black and date outside your race. Well, somebody is lying around here. Cause ain't Serena pro-black and well, Venus don't say anything, and I don't know what Cam is, but y'all just pick and choose this shit. I ain't got time. Y'all, I ain't got time. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Thank you, boo. Bro save you, but you still run back to Brad. Can't be saved. Yeah, let him. Fuck it. Enjoy it. This is crazy. I don't get it. Ain't nobody's fault but they own.
My family, because I believe that when you take great pride in the person you're with, then they have honor of being brought forth to your community, your family. The only person that's ever met my father was the man that I'm with today, because I found a man that I could respect. I love his charactership. I love everything about him. Okay, so, and let me make it clear that I've never aligned myself with the divestor movement. It's anti-black, it's anti-black men. It's just not something I could ever get with, because I don't believe white is right mindset or mentality. I don't have a history of making disparaging comments about black men in my community or just things like that. That's just never been something I've associated with. You can scour me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And I can proudly say that, like, proudly. I was raised by a single black father. I was raised by a man. I understand. So, and if I can be honest, one of the reasons why I had like cognitive dissonance, like, and the greatest reason I've ever committed was doing that act, because I don't think you can be pro-black and date outside your race. Like, because not only when that dude or that man proposes to me, I'm marrying not only him, but I'm marrying his family. I'm marrying all of those things. And when I look at that whitey man, I just think about the family I'm giving our resources to, the progeny, and I'm like, no, the greatest and most revolutionary thing I could ever do is to procreate, choose, and love a black man, which is my preference. Like, why would I settle here? No, that's just not that's the most revolutionary, most beautiful thing. When I see black love, I love and admire black love. So why wouldn't I be with a brother? Because I don't think you just marry that one person. You are marrying that family, you're marrying that community, you're giving your resources to that, and that's what these statistics are drawn off of. That's one of the conversation. But no, that was eating at me, and that was a cognitive dissonance. I know, like, I was raised by a father. This is not a man I can respect. I could not invite this man into my family, and I know, no, no, sir. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely not.
Clearly, the white man did something to her for her to hide him. But like most of them, she rather exposed the abusive South African dude versus all the white dudes she'd been with.
I kid you not, this was like so chilling to hear, because it reminds me of how like you literally attract what you are a vibrational match to. Everyone talks about, I want this type of person, I want this type of caliber person, but you literally attract what you are, especially if you want a slow frequency of being divisive, self-hating, you don't love yourself fully, you don't respect yourself fully. These swirl divester type of people can really be in traumatic bonds because of like their self-hatred, and they haven't done the work on themselves to like really get to the root of their issues. Needs to be talked about. Like, we need to have a code, an honorary code of like, well, me, I ain't never, when I divested for like 10 seconds, you would never have heard me get online talking bad about my man, because that's not proper, that's tactless, that's classless. Like, you have to consider your digital footprint. You have to consider, like, do you love your man? Do you have allegiance to your community and stuff like that? And I feel like oftentimes these women don't, that do this, or the men that do this don't, because they don't care. And it's like, cool, if you want, cool, if you want to dance on your rights, cool, do that. But like, keep us out your mouth. Like, don't talk bad about black women. Black men, don't talk bad about your women. Black sisters, don't talk about men in your community bad. It's simple as that. But we steadily do, well, I don't do that, but women in our community steadily do that. Men in our community steadily do that. And then, Lord forbid something happen to you, you drop the receipts. Oh, that ain't my problem. I really do hate to be the one to have to talk about this, but I think one of the subconscious reasons as to why some people in the black community decide to divest or go into other communities can be the subconscious self-hatred that they have. Perhaps they have experienced like parental wounds from either their father or their mother. For example, Ashlee Robinson, she had endured and went through a lot of traumatic experiences with her father. And I could speculate, because she went through those type of experiences with her father, and didn't get the protection she deserved and needed, could possibly be the reason why she gravitated towards dating or seeking a suitor outside of her race. Or it could also be adolescent, teenage years, when you go through college, high school experiences, and you hear and have bad experiences with women in your community or the black men in your community, etc., etc.
Ashlee did not live with her black father. She lived with her black mother and all the white men she was bringing into the home.
Want to experience? Carlos Robinson lives in Florida, but his heart is right here in Milwaukee with his daughter, Ashlee Robinson, as the search for her remain continues.
And I handled anything that bothered her. I told her I never wanted to fight, and even though I told her how to fight, I taught her different stuff or whatever, but I told her whenever you need me, whenever somebody bothers you, you call me and I'll take care of it. When she got picked on in school, I was there. When her mom's ex-boyfriend did something she didn't like, I was there. You know, it didn't matter. She called me. I was always there. Yeah. And when she was with me, there was never a time I didn't know where she was or what was going on, so I could protect her if I needed to, if I could. Yeah. And
look at what her mother said. Around her 19th birthday, things took a downturn. Tension with her mother at home escalated and her living situation was compromised, leaving her homeless and couch surfing. She went from crashing with her grandparents to with friends that ended up taking advantage of her, leaving her spending some nights sleeping in her car. So, Ashlee's divester mom's nasty behavior and attitude made Ashlee homeless. That's probably why she went looking for a white man. The so-called pro-black ex-divester is lying on Sade's black father. Again, notice how they keep everything the white man did a secret and protect the white man at all costs.
And I think that it's unfortunate. As a community, in the Black community, we don't talk enough about how silent we are. I think about 40, I think it's a high percentage of Black women who experience, and Black men experience, domestic violence at some point. And it's way too high. The number is way too high. And we stay silent. And it's a problem. We need to talk about this more. We need to dismantle these systems where we're taught to be quiet, to protect the men.
Oh my God. I've had enough. Sorry, I've had enough. Now it's we got to talk about these systems. Okay. And these are the people that will leave the damn low master in the damn house, even when you know he's a damn low master. Child, I ain't got time. Plus, that last girl just pissed me off with all that damn whispering. Girl, speak the fuck up. But that's just me. Shout out to Ms. AB. Thank you, boo. She said, to each their own. Attraction is attraction. Love is love. But I can't do peen. It looks like raw chicken to me. I just in this particular situation don't see and understand how they have brought this all back to Black men, because you cannot fight the internet. I have a video where her friends are now starting to pipe up and saying it's not this, it's not that. Child, stop worrying about the internet, because ain't nothing that you can do. If y'all not taking her shit down, which is too late at this point, there is nothing that you can do. People are going to talk about it, try to figure it out, try to work through all the information and make the damn content. That's it. That's all. That is it. And that is all. I don't know what the hell it is that they think they're doing and what they think, or what they think they got a hold of, but it ain't there, none of this. It definitely ain't me. But anyway, thank you so much, hon. Shout out to all of y'all. Wait, so the Black mother that raised her horde self out to white men and they didn't get along, but it's still her Black father's fault. Take me to the king. Everything is a Negro's fault. Everything is a Black Negro's fault. And this is why I say you don't talk to them. Honestly, don't engage. I mean, what else you gonna do? Go start arguing, then they start fighting, then you know, somebody call the oppressor, then y'all go to jail or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is crazy, but we're not done that yet, y'all. I mean, we're done for tonight because I'm tired, but we're not done with none of this. None of this. So tomorrow I have this stream set up for around 10:30. I think I got it for 10:30. That should be enough time. We're going to stream in the morning. We're going to go over Jason Black's video. I'm sure he's still on. And then, honestly, that's probably it. Maybe I'll come back in the evening tomorrow. We'll see. Because I still got to do Flacco's video to Corey. So that's still something to do. We'll see. But shout out to all of y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone that donated. Thank you to all the mods. Shout out to all the subscribers, all of the members, all the new subscribers. There's a ton of people subscribing. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you all so much. Go ahead and go to bed, child. It's 12:36 EST. That's where I'm going. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.